Alright, well, welcome to the final episode, which is just simply the map show-off. I'm Smart John, and thank you very much for watching. So, ApresMoiDeluge, whatever. The mod itself was pretty fun. It's not necessarily as fun as, actually, it is comparable to Kaiserreich. It definitely is comparable to Kaiserreich. In terms of which is better, I can't really say. Like, both of them are very fun. And I did have a blast. I recorded this entire session in one day. And I'm planning on uploading it, the entire thing in one day, just because I'll get 3 days off. So, might as well celebrate with you guys, the fact that it's been a while since I've actually had a day off and dated myself. So that's pretty fun. So, as we all probably know by now, France won the Napoleonic Wars in this mod, and this is sort of what happened. So, one thing that I want to... What's the word I'm looking for here? Talk about, I guess. I guess that'll work. One thing I'd like to talk about is how Germany is not united yet sort of is. And one thing I wanted to do was I wanted to have it to where Germany was still all split up and stuff, but it just didn't work out for it to do that. I was hoping for something like Kaiserreich to happen, but it just didn't. So I just simply said, you know what? Austria gets all the South Germans, Pomerania gets all the North Germans. Even though that Austria got a lot of the South Germans, whatever. I mean, North Germans, whatever. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Poland, for turning its back on me, just completely got obliterated. Pretty much. I mean, honestly, it's in a better shape than it is in my Kaiserreich Let's Play as Germany, so that's pretty funny. But other than that, there you go. We got Slovakia. I tried to make it to where Europe looked familiar, yet wasn't at the same time. I think I sort of did my job there. I like it. Baltic Union, looking awesome as usual. Almost looks like the Byzantines before everything went to crap. Belarus, and Grand Duchy of Livonia. I don't really understand that because there is no Grand Duchy of Lithuania in this game for some reason. I don't know why, but there you go. Moscow Principality. Yeah, I just... I completely dismembered the Russian Empire in the way that I wanted to in my Kaiserreich Let's Play, but it just simply never happened. I still don't know whether or not I'll be able to upload that. I'll talk more about that later. Or not in this series, but, in the Kaiserreich Let's Play. So, there you go. Anyways, we got all the stands over here, except they're Khanates now. Except for this. Really? Really? How did I miss that? There. Alright, so there you go. We got all the Khanates over here, which would be the modern day stands. We got a giant African empire over here for us to colonize later on. As far as independence movements go, I don't think that Africa is going to gain too much. Especially because of the fact that pretty much it's over now, you know. Let's actually do this focus tree real quick here. Alright. Alright, so I just suppose that we wait a little bit. Alright, well, while all that's going, I'm just going to go ahead and move on right along here. We got a giant East Indies over here. Went ahead and had them get this also, the Solomon Islands, just cause. Okay, so why is it that the Qing Empire has Austria and New Zealand? Well, the reason why is because the thing about this Let's Play right now is... Hold on. There. The thing about this Let's Play is I tried to get rid of English-speaking populations completely. And I also tried to... Oh yeah, I forgot. Here's the continental system now. Worldwide. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's my puppet. But simply, these guys joined it as a way of saying, yeah, dude, I have no intention of making you angry, so I'm just going to join your faction over here. I'm sorry for anything that I ever did to make you mad. It's basically how, you know. what it is. Anyways, so I was like, well, what's the best way to integrate a, English population over here? Then I was like, alright, if I'm positive to read that, you can in 3, 2, 1. And then I looked up here and I was like, yeah, that'll work. Let's get a giant freaking Chinese population. Let's just give it to the Chinese and then they'll slowly colonize it. And there you go. So there you go. The Chinese own it now. Pretty cool stuff. By the way, the Chinese are completely independent. Guess we'll just continue right on along here and wait for something to happen. If nothing happens in more than 2 months or so, I'll assume that it's broken. Oh yeah, so Nejd is, has all the Arabian Peninsula, just cause. I'm gonna vote I. We got Pakistan, we got French India. Which honestly, I can see that working. Because the fact that, honestly, the Brits never really fully, started colonizing India. And we got plenty of time. We pretty much have the rest of human existence now because of the fact that, I basically took over the world. Culturally and, in so many other aspects. It's basically, if the USA took over the world in our timeline, basically, and also had a giant freaking, well, see, technically, these are my colonies over here. This is my colony, and this is my colony over here. All these are my colonies. And then the rest of the world will just continue on, the way it is. These are Scandinavia's colonies because the fact that I, gave them to them. See, the thing is I doubt that Scandinavia will truly be able to. Congratulations, buddy. You did it. I doubt that they'd actually ever be able to fully colonize their lands over there, especially whenever you take into account that the population over here is actually far greater than the population for Sweden and Denmark. So the chances of a independence movement over there is actually pretty high, but it will be squashed by French intervention. Ah, good. Awesome. Awesome. That's fine. So is that it? Okay, let's go ahead and do the ratification. I was one of the bigger thing. Well, one of the main things that I was like, "What should I really do that?" is Mexico. And I was like, the more I thought about it, the more cool that sounded. Because the United Republics of Central America. How cool does that sound? Not only that, but the borders look cool. You know, it makes sense. The most uneventful continent in this game, or at least for this mod, has to be the South America. Literally nothing happened at all. Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. One thing did happen. I took over that land right there. But that's it. Hmm. Cool stuff. I wasn't laughing at that. I just thought of some, like, hilarious. Alright. Ooh. Oh man, that's pretty cool. It changes. Not very isolationist then, aren't you? Hmm. A couple more people are planning on joining. couple more days, and then I guess that will be a Let's Play. Gotta say, it's been very funny. Fun. Not, well, it's been a little funny. A couple times. Oh, look at that. Spaniards made it. Alright, oh yeah, I forgot. There's Chechnya. Just to rub it in, you know, Russia's face, you know. Funny stuff. So, I do believe that that's really all that I can do. So, if you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe, becoming a Spartan in the process, and take it easy.